Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. I'm James and you're watching Blue Dog Reptiles. Today we are talking about our rock iguana. Isn't he cute? He's actually a big handful. Anyway, this is he's a cross. He is a Lewisi and a Nubia rock iguana. Most people are used to seeing the Cuban rock iguanas, but they are actually on the endangered list. But these guys, let's get into it. So rock iguanas were actually first discovered in 1990 in Jamaica. So fairly recently on that. They can be found all over the place, from Jamaica to South America, Cuba, which is actually where the Cuban rock iguana comes from. You can see this guy, he's just checking us out. He's like, what are you doing? Size on these guys. This is something that's very important with the rock iguanas is everybody mistakes the rock iguana with your green iguanas or your blue iguanas or red iguanas. That actually falls underneath the iguana genus. These guys actually fall underneath a different genus. But these guys, so like whereas your green iguanas will get 8 feet, these guys, your males will get 4.5 foot and females will get about 3.8 feet, just under 4 foot. But these guys they get the girth. As you can see, this boy loves his meals, but these guys can weigh upwards of 20 pounds. That's a big iguana. Lifespan on this actually kind of shocked me on how long these guys can live. The studies show anywhere between 50 and 70 years. And I was actually really surprised that the rock iguanas live that long. They are absolutely amazing. They do, a lot of your iguanas will come from the subtropical areas of South America, Madagascar. That's gonna be more of your like green, blue, and red iguanas. But these guys also come from the desert. He thinks we have more food for him. Isn't that right, buddy? We should come up with a name because he's been here a while. He was actually a lot smaller. I actually did a short video on him a while back, and he's definitely grown substantially since then. But we try to provide a tropical / desert environment for him. We do have the corkwood in here. You can see he decided to remove my background. So once he eventually finds a home, we're going to have to strip it and redo it. And as you can see, the little water droplets on the glass because he likes to make a mess. Lighting on these guys, they 100% need their basking bulb and UVB, as well as multivitamins and calcium with D3. You can see he's actually basking right now. We actually have the basking bulb above him with the UV in the back there. So he's just getting some sunlight. Temperature with these guys, their basking spot, they do like it. The rock iguanas like it hot. And this is where that desert aspect comes in. They like it to be 120 degrees Fahrenheit. And the cool side of their environment should be between 75 and 85 degrees. So definitely replicating the more arid environments. Humidity on these guys should be between 40 and 70%. It can be accomplished by lightly misting their environment. He just has no idea. Should we scoot closer to you? See if you move for us. Oh, we got your attention. Yeah, I definitely need to come up with a name for him. If you have a name in mind, drop us a comment down below and let us know what you think. Also, thank you to all the new subscribers. If you are new to this channel, tuning in, please consider hitting that subscribe button. We greatly appreciate it. We are climbing up and more subscribers each and every day, and we couldn't do what we do without your guys' support. But back at it, the diet on these guys. So as juveniles, and that's exactly what he is right now. He is a juvenile. He should have about 5% insects and then 95% vegetation, fruits, veggies, greens. His favorite thing is strawberries and raspberries. No, I don't have any for you right now. You can see he likes to redecorate his food dish, which is always fun. We got to clean it each and every day just because he digs and throws everything around. As you can see, he moves everything around. This is a bioactive setup for him, but once he finds a new home, or eventually we have to move him to a bigger setup, we are going to strip this and redo it, just because he's thrashed it so much. So if you want one of these guys, keep that in mind. Look at the nails that he has. I mean, they're just daggers, and he's a squirmy little dude. But enclosures for adults. So right now he's in a 3x3x3, which is getting to the point where he will probably, if he stays with us for the next few months, he will need an upgrade to a larger enclosure, which we have already getting ready for him. But as babies, 3x3x3 would be perfectly fine for them. Now, as adults, get ready for these measurements. So the length of their enclosure needs to be 8 to 12 feet. You heard that right, feet. The width of it should be about 4 foot wide. And then even though these guys aren't really arboreal, you still want to give them the option, hence why we have the cork and everything in here. But their overall height should be about 5 to 6 feet in height, which means that once you get to that point, then you should actually move from, so we actually have a T5 in here right now, UVB, and eventually when we get him into a bigger setup, or are you stretching for us? Sorry guys, phone always going off when we're doing this stuff, but never ends. But like I was saying, these guys like to climb. As they get bigger and become adults, they're going to spend a lot of their time on the ground just because they're so heavy. But I always like to give my animals that option to climb around. Are you posing for us? Are you posing for us? Huh? Oh, that was my finger. Aren't they so cute? Aren't they so cute? Yes, they are. But anyway, level of care on these guys, I would put them at an advanced level just because of the type of environment that they require. Obviously, like I said, when they get to their forever enclosure, you would move from a T5 UVB to a T10, just so that it penetrates a lot deeper into the enclosure so that they get their natural UV light. But advanced level, because these guys are going to be pigs, they're going to eat a lot. The size of their enclosure is going to cost you a small fortune, as well as their basking, their UVB, and just the overall environment. But we have isopods and springtails in his environment now. And it's always recommended to do bioactives for these guys, whether you do a tropical or a desert bioactive. And I actually did a video on the desert bioactive enclosure on this channel. And then last but not least, I'm actually surprised that he has sat here for this whole time. Most of the time he's just bolting all around the place. But the price on these guys can go anywhere from $300 to $800 easily, and it depends on their size. There goes the phone again. Depends on the size and all the enclosure, but they're well worth it. These are something that they can pick up kind of an attitude, just like your other iguanas. But as long as you work with them, you can tame them out. So hope you guys enjoyed this channel. Like I said, please consider subscribing and leave us a comment on what we should name this guy. And as always, guys, love your family, but love your reptiles more. Say bye. Bye.